Oh, where's my dick at?
Looking for this?
Hey, what are you doing with my massive penis?
Nothing.
Give it back.
I don't think so, sonny boy. You and me have some unfinished business. You've been planning to drop a video on Dandadan for months now, and you haven't even started it.
I've been busy, I got shit to do.
Make a fucking video on Dandadan, or I'm chucking your wiener on a busy freeway.
Why don't I just stab you instead, huh?
Oh, I don't know about all that. You got your knife in a fashion, white boy. You ain't gotta do shit. You ain't gotta...
Dandadan!
I've been putting off this video for a while now because I knew what I wanted to say, but I didn't know what to say beyond the show looks good, the colors look pretty, repeat for 8 minutes and count the $2 I'll make from this video in ad revenue. But if I have to risk losing my massive penis again, it's best I stomach my pride and try to poop out my thoughts in the best manner I can. So what is it about Dandadan's use of color that captivates me so much? Well, I don't think Dandadan needs an introduction. Chances are if you've clicked on this video, you at least watch anime and have heard of it. 2-sentence summary, stick with me. I swear I'm not just gonna recap the whole first season like other YouTubers do, alright? Okay, so basically, Dandadan is a love story about Ken Takakura and Momo Ayase where both aliens and ghosts exist simultaneously. Momo has psychic powers thanks to her family lineage being mediums, while Takakura, whose nickname is Okarun by the way, has ghost powers after a ghost called Turbo Granny took his dick and balls. It's weird. I feel like even if I spend another essay's worth of paragraphs describing what Dandadan is, it still wouldn't leave every stone turned. Dandadan is just one of those unique, creative, and fun shows that only comes around every once in a while, and I for one don't want to spoil the ride for people who might not have seen it yet. Take this as a semi-spoiler-free recommendation from your boy. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It's a must-watch. Just don't do it in public. I made that mistake and trust me, my manager was not happy that I was watching minors get naked while I was on the clock.
What the fuck?
You don't understand, okay? It's symbolic and it's What's happening? It's your boy Dity. Welcome to Dity Minis, a show where I talk about pieces of media that I find kind of interesting. I'm pushing it a little with the jokes today, so let's cut the crap and get right into what you guys came here for. Let's talk about saturation. For my non-artists in the audience, saturation is the amount of difference a color has from white. It's the intensity in the brightness of a color. If you want an easy visual example of this, here's me turning up the saturation in a still frame from the Chainsaw Man anime for no particular reason, of course. It's so easy to make a show that uses a saturated color palette look like nothing but blinding neon vomit, a la The Problem Solvers and anything Butch Hartman made after 2016. But Dandadan manages to use it in such a way where while everything remains brightly lit and in your face, we can still identify all the important aspects in a scene. And it still looks good. The way this is done is that everyone has an associated fluorescent color that pops out at you during scenes. Okarun and Turbo Granny's powers are indicated by this bright shade of neon red. Momo's psychic abilities have this harsh bluish green to them. Supernatural creatures are often gritty and have this nasty looking yellow or blue somewhere on their body or in their environment. Ira and Acrobat Silky are this hot pink color, etc. The show uses visual cues really well, and a keen-eyed member of the audience can quickly tell what kind of threat the duo or squad is facing just by the tincture of the screen. Yeah, I said tincture. I was getting tired of writing the word color over and over, okay? Dandadan sort of does a JoJo's-esque thing where often, whenever the intensity of a situation is upped, the intensity of the colors around them completely changes well. Something I love about these intense situations and fight scenes is that the show will pick a central color for that particular scene and run with it the whole time. The backgrounds, the characters, the enemies, the effects, and everything in between will be painted with different shades of the same color. Yet, despite this, you, as an audience member, can still clearly tell what's going on, even when the characters are moving at a mile a minute. That takes an insane amount of skill to pull off effectively. What this also does is it allows our titular protagonists and their respective central colors to contrast heavily while within one of these paranormal encounters. While Okarun and Momo are fighting the Flatwoods Monster, the entire episode takes place in black and white, and it allows Okarun, while within his Turbo Granny form, to have his harsh reds and whites contrast heavily against the gray background and dark gray monster. As this is the first time the audience sees him transform like this, the viewer is more likely to remember this scene because of the disparity between the red streaks on his person and the scene around him. I'm a sucker for red on white and black, so obviously that scene was a standout for me, but there are other scenes that have a comparable execution with similar concepts. Ira's first time using her acrobat silky form, for example, does the same thing, except instead of red on black and white, it's a harsh pink against yellow. But why do these characters have a singular color associated with them? Could this have any thematic significance beyond just looking cool? Well, that's where color theory comes into play. Personally, I don't really consider color theory one of the more important things in a story. I mean, we've all heard the meme about the English teacher crying because the author included blue curtains in a story, but I can always appreciate when it's implemented well and in an easily identifiable way. And Dandadan, of course, does it in spades. Red has always been a fascinating color to me. A lot of people associate red with being a violent and gory color. Bruh. Wonder why that is. Portrayed alongside edgelords, tryhards, and wannabe school shooters, but it's actually just a color that represents passion. Passion. It can mean blood, anger, and danger, but it can also mean love, confidence, and strength. It makes a lot of sense now that Okarun and Turbo Granny share red as their associated color, because while Okarun can easily be truncated as the good part of passion, being love and strength, Turbo Granny is very clearly meant to be the bad. Momo's green psychic powers can represent her inexperience with not just her psychic powers, but her inexperience with love and how the love between her and Okarun is set to grow as the story goes on. It can also represent her jealousy, since Momo is like a feral tiger when any girl so much as breathes near her man. Ira and Silky are pink. That represents their obsession with the concept of love, whether it be romantic or familial. Aliens are blue, which could represent authority and their calm demeanor, while the spirits and yokai are often yellow, which could represent energy and chaos. Gigi is purple, and I'm sure that'll be explained later since season 1 ended on a cliffhanger, but you get what I mean. The colors aren't just picked randomly. There is thought behind it all. When the show isn't going off the wall batshit crazy with its fight scenes, I like how the show looks in its more calm moments as well. The paints get a little quieter and we get to see the excellent color palettes of the cast's normal everyday outfits. Okarun basically has the same fit every episode. There's a few where he changes it up, but I mean his default design works. He's got the Shigeo Kageyama nerdy charm with the pure black and white color scheme that's been done before in the past, but works for what it is. In other words, they're okay. I really wish he wore more of his casual outfits because Momo does, and Momo has some amazingly designed outfits. A particular favorite of mine is this one where she wore like this red biker jacket with the tan blouse and the kicks, the color coordination here, beautiful. Gorgeous! I'd be remiss not to mention the backgrounds as well. They're fantastic. A lot of it is standard fare, like a lot of the school time stuff is the things you'd see in any normal shonen or slice of life anime, but where the show really shines is its outdoor locations. The murky, dark tunnel that Okarun first finds Turbo Granny in, the nighttime cityscape as Okarun and Momo escape from Turbo Granny again, the beautiful sunset atop a mound of trash as a yokai mannequin professes his love. The show knows exactly how to make the landmarks, set pieces, and backgrounds stick with you. I almost remember the scenery the episode takes place in more than the monsters they fight there. The lighting and shading in general is also really well done. It's cel-shaded, which is the norm for most anime, but Dandadan's thick outlines allow for the shading to really pop in tandem with the base coloring. It also shies away from using a darker tone of the base color for the shadows, which, again, is how you're supposed to do it. So yeah, but no, it's really well done. Nothing more to say in that regard. Around this point in the video is the part where I'd criticize a negative aspect of the piece of media that I'm talking about. But honestly, I got nothing. I kind of just wanted to make a video gushing about the amazing art direction Dandadan had without making a video about the animation as a whole, which is fantastic, no doubt, but also it's a topic that's been talked about to death. And you know how we do shit here on Commodity. We like shit fresh, not frozen. I have some negative things to say about Dandadan that don't involve its gorgeous use of colors, but that's not what this essay's about, and I'm sure that's not what you clicked on this video to hear. Dandadan will go down as a historical landmark in animation within the same tier as shows like Kill la Kill and Mob Psycho 100. Anime with amazing animation, sure, but genre-defining color work that'll set a precedent for more cartoony and stylized Japanimation to come. The 2020s hasn't been amazing for entertainment when compared back to back with some of the greater anime of the decades before, but I think something myself and a lot of other viewers are appreciating is the return of this thick outlined pop out of the screen visuals that a lot of modern anime are going for. It's a style that takes full advantage of the fact that, yeah, this is a cartoon, we know it, and we're fucking owning it. Sit back and enjoy the fun. I'm confident in saying that if this kind of priority in coloring becomes a future industry standard, we can owe our thanks to Dandadan for paving the way in its revolutionary implementation. Engagement check! Comment something that you noticed about Dandadan's colors. Did you love them? Did you hate them? Maybe you noticed something I didn't, or maybe you just want to yap into an infinite void. Whatever the case may be, as always, unless this video seriously blows up, I read every comment, so let me know your thoughts below. Also, you can't see it, but I'm on my hands and my knees with my forehead pushed against the ground. Please like the video. For the algorithm, please, thank you. All right, that's pretty much it. I'll see you all next week.
Hey, you're out of goldfish crackers.
Okay.
So go get some.
Bitch, I'm fucking broke. Go get some yourself.
Fine.
Some fucking people. What? Oh, this? Oh, yeah, I killed a homeless man earlier.
It's Dity, bitch! And you know we run the city, bitch! How much I gotta pay for a titty pic? Subscribe!